Welcome to Phenomenal Feats, brought to you by the official Speedrun Hall of Fame. Moment number 1, the 1990 Nintendo World Championships. The year was 1990. Ninja Turtles and the Fresh Prince were the hottest franchises. We celebrated the launch of the Hubble Space Telescope. It was a time we all feel was a simpler one, before the internet. A time we're nostalgic for these days, in more ways than one. And that year, 1990, marked the first time in years a game developer would host a contest to allow the most skilled gamers in the United States to compete for prizes. Nintendo was on top of the world in 1990, with Super Mario Bros. 3 taking the gaming community by storm. Not to mention, the Game Boy was quickly turning heads with Tetris as its packing game. In 1989, a film starring Fred Savage was produced with Nintendo's blessing, and the wizard would take theaters by storm. Okay, maybe not quite by storm, but it did cause many gamers to look up when Nintendo was so inspired by the film's in-universe video game competition that they decided to put their own on. Nintendo picked 29 lucky cities across America where kids and adults alike could compete in 3 age groups where prizes were given away to the winners. These prizes included a brand new 1990 Geo Prism, a $10,000 savings bond, copies of the legendary Nintendo World Championships NES cartridge, and more. This event was widely advertised on children's networks as well as video game magazines, such as the extremely popular Nintendo Power. Therefore, hundreds of contestants were able to travel and compete for the finals, which were held in Hollywood, California. The winners were finally determined after many rounds of competition. Players were required to play 3 games to a preset goal. Super Mario Bros., where players needed to gather 50 coins, Rad Racer, where you had to complete the first track, and finally, NES Tetris, where players could then stack lines and rack up that score. Winners were determined by that final score. Jeff Hansen won in the 11 and under category, Thor Ackerland won in the 12 to 17-year-old group, and Robert Whiteman won in the 18 and older adult competition, marking the 3 champions from each age group. And this moment would transform video gaming and gaming competition in many people's eyes. This was just one step towards the successful eSports and speedrunning scenes that we have today, which might not have been possible without Nintendo and Universal Studios making it happen.